My name is Mike Moore. I'm a battalion chief at Waterloo Fire Rescue. I've been with Waterloo Fire Rescue for 27 years. I just started 27. I started in 1989. We make so many different types of calls, and obviously the fire is just a little part of what we do. The EMS is huge. So if you can imagine, the tone goes off, we got to know where we're going. So street school is an important part of everyday training, just trying to memorize where it is we need to go. There's a certain amount of training that's required by the state. We have to have live fire training. We have to have different kinds of extrication training. And it gets really broad depending on what it is we need to do. And we try to do something every single day. Sometimes calls get in the way, sometimes there's other things going on, but training is something that never ends. We start at the very beginning of our career, and every day, I always say you should be able to learn something every single day for 30 years because it's just nonstop training. EMS is a huge part of it. The ambulance guys, the paramedics, they have training, formal training once a month with the department, but quite often they're doing training for EMS every day as well, so it's nonstop. The guys today are out at the Hazmat Training Center, which is our fire training center, and they're doing firefighter rescue. It's called Mayday training. What they do is, if a firefighter finds himself in a situation that he can't get out of, some kind of a dangerous, if he falls through a hole, if he runs out of air, whatever it might be, he finds himself stuck and in a situation, he hollers for Mayday. So he uses the radio, he calls a Mayday, 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 and from that point there's a series of events that happen, and it is truly a series of events because we have an incident commander outside that has to answer the Mayday or acknowledge it and then send in a crew of firefighters to help rescue that firefighter that's trapped. And sometimes it's pretty intense. We try to make it as real as we can so that when you get into that situation, you know what it's like. There's currently 6 active firehouses. The main fire station is right downtown where it's been for over 100 years in the same general location. Station 2 is in the southeast corner of the city. Station 3 is on the north, kind of the northwest part of the city. Station 4 is on University Avenue, which is kind of borders the west and south. Station 5 is on the far east side of the city. And Station 6 is in the very southwest part of the city. Most of them were built in the early 70s, and that's when we got them. And our chief at that time, Chief Smith, had the foresight to build those houses in areas where then in the 70s, some of those houses were built in cornfields, but he had the foresight to see that the city was going to grow, so he positioned those firehouses in places that now are, the population has grown into the fire district that they serve. Technology comes around and we do the best we can trying to keep up with it. Our turnout gear, the gear that we wear into fires, is something that's changed dramatically over the last probably 30 years. It encapsulates us so much that it almost makes it dangerous. My father was a firefighter. He retired a battalion chief in 1997. They didn't wear hoods, so when they went into a fire, they might have a breathing apparatus, but they didn't wear a hood. And when they got in so far, and when it was hot, their ears would burn. They'd come out with blistered ears. Well now, and since I've come on, we wear a hood that protects our ears. And our fire gear and our hood and our mask and our helmet, all the stuff we wear encapsulates us so much that almost makes it dangerous. We get in so far and we can endure so much heat because of that equipment. Sometimes we don't know the danger that we're putting ourselves into. So that's kind of an example where technology is great, but it can also be kind of dangerous.